What is going on, guys, and welcome to your sixth tutorial now, I think. In this tutorial we're going to be learning about the different types of division, and this is tricky. It's not as hard as multiplication or as easy. Multiplication is just as straightforward as it can be, and same with addition and subtraction. But division is a little tricky because in division you have three different types of division in Visual Basics. We're going to be going over these three, and what I did is made a new program. You don't have to do this. You guys can just follow along. What I did is I've created three buttons and three labels, and I've named them all by what we're going to be going over, and you'll understand why I named them this in a minute. But I named the first one BTN Standard, and that's just short for Standard Division. And then I named the second one BTN Integer, which is short for Button Integer Division. And testing mod, I named this one BTN Mod because it's short for Button Modulus. And I basically named all the labels the same thing, but I just put LBL instead of BTN. Okay, now we're going to go into our code window, and we are going to click on testing this first one, which would be testing standard division. We're going to create two local variables, and this is going to be dim dbl first number as double, dim dbl second number as double, and in this we're gonna make this dbl first number equal to 2, and the second number equal to 3. And now that we've changed what the data types hold, we are going to test the division. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to equal, we're actually going to make a third variable. Let's make this one dim come on now, dbl outcome as double, and we're going to equal the outcome to dbl first number, and we're going to do standard division, which this would be this symbol right here. That's standard division, and we're going to divide it by dbl second number. And what this means is it's dividing this number by this number, which that's pretty obvious, but in this division it divides normally, like it will give you a decimal value and it'll give you precision in your numbers. So this would return probably like 1.5, I'm not sure, but we're going to actually display this in our label, which would be, since we're doing standard division, we're going to do the text of that is going to equal the dbl outcome. And what this is saying is the text of standard is going to equal to what this holds, which is the answer to this problem. And this should, without any errors, run, it pretty much gives you a long decimal value, pretty precise in that matter. Now we're going to go over the second type of division, which is interdivision, and you'll learn the difference between the two slashes. And make sure you're angling your slashes right, because if your slashes face that way, that would be standard division. And then we're going to go over integer division, which would be basically the same thing, but all you do is you change the slash to the opposite direction. And what this does is integer division, if you think back in our other tutorials, we said the integers round up any decimal value to, like, if it was 2.5 it would be 3, if it was 2.2 it would be 2. So what this does is it pretty much rounds the number up. And we're going to test this. Let me make sure I did. Yeah, I think I did. And we're going to test it. It's still going to display it up here because I forgot to change the label. But what it did is it rounded it up to 0 because it was 0.6, and that would round, since it's integer division, it rounds it up. And now I'll show you that. See, it goes to 0. And now we're going to be learning about modulus division, which would be basically it stands, or the initials for it is mod, and this basically gets the remainder of the division. And we're just going to copy this one more time. And instead of giving you like the answer, it just gives you the remainder. And to divide this, all you do is you do mod, and that's pretty much it. And when we start this code, um, once again I forgot to change the label, but this should be label mod, and then we're going to run this code, and you should get 2. That basically gives the remainder of dbl mod dbl second number. And that's pretty much all for that. I guess this is probably the end of the tutorial, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe, and good night.